fellas, ladies, those in between. Sorry for taking so long between uploads. I've recently been a little busy, just getting ready to head out some places. And currently, as you can tell, I'm not in my normal setup. I'm dog sitting for some people. So, apologies about the background. Not much I can do. But today, as you can see, we're going to be reacting to a Bleacher Report article. Realistic trade packages to move Zach LaVine in some of the NBA's worst contracts. Pretty simple premise. We're going to look at the trades. I'll give you my thoughts on them. If you've watched Kenny Beecham before, which if you're watching me, I'm sure you've watched a Kenny video before, similar to what he's done for those. Same with Funky. Now, just going to get into it. This article is by Zach Buckley. If you want to follow him, his Twitter, well, it doesn't take me to his Twitter. He has a Twitter, though, I'm sure. Here we go. Zach Buckley, NBA. So if you want to follow him, there you go. Other than that, let's jump right into it. So the first one is a trade to get off Bradley Beal's contract. And he's saying to send Bradley Beal to the Spurs, along with 2 second-round picks, and 3 second-round picks, and then they get Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, and Julian Champagnie. One, I don't think that this is realistic. I think you need to include at least a first to get off of Beal's contract, and they don't have one of those to trade. So I don't think that there's any realistic scenario in which they get off this trade or off this contract. But engaging the article at its face value, because they have to come up with something for these. I don't think the Spurs do this. They traded for Harrison Barnes. I think they're probably excited about Harrison Barnes, at least as a vet. And while Bradley Beal would be better than Harrison Barnes, is he better than Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, and Julian Champagnie at this point in his career? Who knows? And also, then you have to deal with the fact that you have a no trade clause. And yeah, but that's sort of my thoughts there. I don't think the Spurs should do this. If the Suns got this done, that's a good deal for them. But outside of that, womp womp. And then, let's see. Next is going to be Jeremy Grant to the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, Maxwell Lewis, and a 2029 first-round pick. And this, I think, is a little better than the last one because Jeremy Grant actually provides value to the Lakers. I don't think it's a ton of value, don't get me wrong, but I do think he provides something tangible for the Lakers that Bradley Beal doesn't really for the Spurs. And the Blazers get a pick out of it. So I think it makes sense enough for both sides. He's not someone that I think that, I don't think he's someone that will change the outlook of your franchise, really. This doesn't take the Lakers anywhere close to a title contender, really. But if you want to feign that you're doing an effort, not really commit to hard contention, and you want to keep some of your picks, but you want to make it look like you're trying, this is a fine trade for that. I'm not high on Jeremy Grant, but that is something at the very least. Zach LaVine to the Zach LaVine to the Nuggets for Michael Porter Jr. and Zeke Naji. They do attach a pick to LaVine. This trade does not get done. There's no way. Nope. Zach LaVine is bad. Zach LaVine is not good. And the Nuggets do need shooting, which he provides, I guess, but they're trading their best shooter to get that shooting. MPJ is a better shooter than Zach LaVine at a position where it is harder to find shooters than the position Zach LaVine is at. They are getting off Zeke Naji's contract, but in return they're taking on Zach LaVine's contract. And I guess they are getting off of MPJ's contract, which is not a great contract, but it is better than LaVine's. They do get a first-round pick out of it, but it's a swap, so it's not really anything too good. Like, the Bulls probably would still be bad, but it's top 3 protected, as you can see. I don't like this. They don't need someone with such an overlapping skill set with Murray. Like, it would be nice to see them get a secondary ball handler, don't get me wrong, but Zach LaVine isn't really the answer there, I don't think. If this was a guard with defense in shot creation, I think that's a different conversation entirely. But I don't think the Nuggets should trade MPJ unless it's for someone where it really makes sense for them to do that for. And this is not one of those trades in the slightest. I really don't. They mentioned that the offense might be unstoppable. I don't. Maybe, but also the defense is not stopping anything, and that's not it. What are you playing LaVine at the 3 in that case? So you run Murray, LaVine, Brown, Aaron Gordon, Jokic? Yeah, I don't like that. This doesn't make the Nuggets better. Anyways, Jordan Poole. Oh, brother. Jordan Poole to the Clippers for Norman Powell and PJ Tucker. Yeesh. I don't think Jordan Poole is much better than Norman Powell. Certainly not good enough to justify the contract there. Yeah, I just don't think this one makes sense. Like, you get rid of PJ Tucker, I guess, because he's wanted out for a while. But it doesn't make sense outside of that, I just don't see this making sense for the Clippers to do. If you're the Wizards, you absolutely do it. Because you get Norm Powell, who's like a better veteran sort of guy, has probably a good locker room presence, if I had to guess. Same with PJ Tucker, from what I'm aware. So, yeah, I guess, but it doesn't make sense for the Clippers for me. Next up, that's the entire article. So, in that case, thank you guys for watching. That's the video. Like, subscribe, all that, and bye.